I'm good, thank you.
One is good.
Yeah.
This is the Game 5 press conference featuring the Northwestern Wildcats. We're joined by head coach Kate Drohan, student athletes Rachel Lewis and Grace Nito. If we could start out with questions for our student athletes, please. Noah?
Rachel, just going back over your entire journey, all the way back in 2018 in Athens, going all the way there and falling short against Georgia, and then, in 2019 coming up against Oklahoma in the Supers, and then now make it to this year and get the chance to get past that stage and get here, even though it's bittersweet, obviously, with what happened tonight. What does that journey and the people you've taken it with mean to you?
It's meant everything. I think we've tried to get better and better every year, and I think we've been pretty successful at that, and hopefully they come back next year even stronger. It's been an honor to play for Kate and Carol. It's meant everything to play with them. So.
In front down here?
Justin Martinez, the Oklahoman. Grace, it wasn't hard to see where your guys' fans were in the stadium to end this World Series. As loud as can be, just even if it didn't come out the way you guys wanted, just to have that support, how big was that for you all?
It was amazing having all the alumni here in the first 5 rows cheering us on every single inning, every single pitch really meant that the entire Northwestern family was just backing us every step of the way that we took. It made it a lot easier for us to step foot on the field.
We have a Zoom question from Ben Chasen.
Yeah, Grace, obviously kind of as you move from a first year kind of into a leader on this team through the years as Rachel's kind of become next to you, what are the lessons that you're going to take away from this weekend and tell future people who are currently in your position as a first year and just tell them to prepare them for large situations going forward?
I think a big lesson that I'll take from this week and entirety of postseason, our entire season is how much I can lean on my teammates and especially my upperclassmen, especially people like Rachel, being able to lean on them and ask them for advice on what do I do, I'm nervous right now, or just like having them there every pitch, every step of the way, like that I think is the biggest lesson that I'll learn, and I'll try to do that just as Rachel did for me when I'm an upperclassman.
Here.
Grace, first time in the postseason, you came up huge in the 5th and 7th inning with 2 outs. What was that kind of feeling like in your first postseason, rising to the occasion, 2 outs? What was that kind of experience like when you were at the plate?
I just wanted to pass the bat and continue to fight for our team and get the bat into our top of the order so we could go from there.
Nathan?
Rachel is not just one of the older players on this team, but also one of the team's leaders. What do you hope you've left with players like Grace and the next generation of Northwestern softball?
Just what she was saying. I hope they I hope they learned how to lead from me, and I hope I set a good example for them. And I hope that they bring confidence to the game and everything they do. And I think they're amazing, and they have so much freaking potential, so they're only going to get better from here.
This is for both of you. With everything you guys accomplished this year, you set out to get here, you finally get to Oklahoma City. What do you think you guys are going to remember most when you look back on the 2022 season?
Start with Rachel, please.
The fun we had on and off the field. We had a lot of fun with each other, and we just loved each other and played the game and had fun playing the game. And we had some awesome moments this year that we'll always remember, that will be some of the best moments of our life. So we'll just always remember those.
Grace?
Yeah, I would honestly say like the bus rides and just eating with my friends and just like having this new family of this like these like amazing 20 girls that I get to like call friends for the rest of my life. I think that's like such an honor, and I'm super grateful for all of them. I think that's what I'll enjoy most about this season.
This is for both of you. Can you talk about Danielle's effort this season and carrying you guys in the circle throughout the postseason as well?
Start with Grace, please.
She is so composed and humble, and she gives her all, I think, every single game, no matter what, even if she can only give, she gives everything she can give every game, and to what that means to the rest of the team is incredible, because we can give our all to her because she gives her all to us every game. So it feels like we should do the same.
Rachel?
Yeah, like Nito said, she's gritty, she's competitive, and she loves playing for us, and we love playing for her. So I think that was huge for us this year, just having someone like that on the mound that we could play behind. And she really was just a true competitor, left it all out there, and I'm lucky to have played behind her.
Zoom question from Ben Chasen.
Yeah, Rachel, obviously you came back for a 5th year, and the benefits were incredible. You had a career season that'll go down in the history books for Northwestern softball. As you kind of have a number of teammates in that locker room now that you're very tight with, that face a similar decision now, what will you tell them just kind of about the decision you made to come back for a 5th year? And then do you think that should in any way kind of inform their own decisions going forward?
Yeah, Skylar asked me yesterday, I think, in the hotel room, you glad you came back your 5th year? And I'm like, hell yeah. I mean, who wouldn't be? I mean, it was an awesome year, and I'm so lucky to have been able to wear the uniform for 5 years. And of course, I wish everyone could get a 5th year because it was amazing, and I'll remember this for the rest of my life. So.
All right, last one, student athletes. Noah?
Rachel, sort of building off of Ben's question, even though you won't be there, and obviously that's going to be a little bit bittersweet, how excited are you to watch this group next year as they try to, sort of build off even this?
I'm pumped. I'm excited to be a fan, and I'm rooting for these guys. They have so much room to grow even from this, and we killed it this year. So I think it's just going to be really, really fun to watch, and I'll always bleed purple. So.
Rachel, Grace, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you,
We
guys.
appreciate it. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach, please. Go ahead.
Coach, we just talked to UCLA's players and coaches, and one of the things they mentioned was just how much respect they have for Danielle inside the circle. I mean, kind of an obvious question, but just what has been her impact on this program over the years?
She's been tremendous, right? And she's very talented, and Michelle Gascoigne has done tremendous things mentoring her, right? But I think what you heard from them was, her impact and what she's able to do on the field is so selfless, and that's so, I think, really interesting for a pitcher who's literally carried us to be so humble about it. And never get frustrated about, if she doesn't have run support or an error behind her. I've never seen it in 4 years. And she's so steady with the game, and that's why we all love her so much. And she's really fun off the field.
No?
Coach, just, general, big picture, what did this team and this season, what they were able to accomplish with this season mean to you?
This team is one of a kind. And I said this to them as often as I could. It was an honor to coach them, and I just loved seeing them every day.
We have a Zoom question from Ben Chasen.
Yeah, Coach, obviously you've been at this for quite some time at this program, and you've been to the Women's College World Series before. But after that 15-year gap, what does it mean to have some of those same players that brought you here in 2007 in the stands, get to see the impact you've made with a whole nother generation of Wildcats?
It's overwhelming to see and to feel the support, not only the family, our families are amazing, and then you have generations of women who stopped everything in their life to come support these 21 women in uniform, and also to see each other and to strengthen their bond they have between them. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the women they are. I'm so proud of what they've done with their lives after they've graduated, and for them to come back. And my goal is to feel like every single person who's worn the uniform is on this journey with us, and I think we felt that.
No?
Bit of a shift. I want to talk about the specific game for a second. Couple of the uncharacteristic mistakes, the couple drop pop-ups in particular. What do you attribute those to? Was it sort of a long season catching up, or was it just this game wasn't the best in some ways for in some of those moments?
Our team emptied the tank. I mean, they were gassed, and I think they were still ready to play tonight. But they gave every ounce of themselves to the game, to each other, and they gave it their all.
Anything else? Okay. Eric?
Coach, what do you think you're going to remember most about what it was like to coach this group?
It's it's a million little things. It's this team was so they were so authentic and so vulnerable to the process, and I will remember really how grateful I have felt every single day that I've taken the field with them.
So you had 40 alumni outside just having the best time. And we talked a little bit in the beginning of the season about how special this team was. And a lot of that 06 team was out there, and I talked to a lot of them. How are these two teams similar? Because from my perspective, they were very similar. Would you say that that's pretty accurate?
Absolutely. Both the 06 and the 22 teams were on a mission, and not for themselves, but for the program. Everyone in our locker room has a very clear idea of what Northwestern softball is all about, and they wanted to live that every day. If you look at us on the field, both teams were very physical, loved the weight room, loved playing hard, never felt like they were out of a game, and never ever backed down from a challenge. And those are the constants that I felt all year.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thank you so much, Coach. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
and
Thanks.
everything.
And thanks for being here. Go Cats.